When I was 12 years old, Facebook was still new in town. All my friends were trying to get their hands on it, and all of a sudden I started feeling like the odd one out. My family hardly had an access to the internet. So I lied to my parents, went to my cousin's place, and created a Facebook account just so I can go back to my friends and say, let's become friends on Facebook. My approach towards Facebook was pretty simple. I would add friends and send requests to those with whom I have a lot of mutuals with. So in almost 1 or 2 days, I had around 800 friends. 800 Facebook friends. Well, I get a call suddenly from my uncle asking, who is that guy with whom you're in a relationship with? I was clueless and in shock. And then I realized that the whole idea of relationship status on Facebook is about partners and not friendships or family relationships. My approach towards adding friends had totally backfired on me by then. Back then, my only agenda was to become the cool and the popular kid. Days passed and I enjoyed all the attention that I was getting through those likes, through those comments. People started to notice that there was someone called Lakshika in their school. I had started to think I was pretty, but I did not feel the same from within. My focus had shifted from studying to understand to studying so that I can go spend time on the internet. I started clicking pictures based on what others liked and enjoyed more. For example, they liked the costume, they liked the setting, they liked the editing. And mind you, I used to spend hours and hours editing those pictures or trying to find people who can edit those pictures so it can look pleasing and it can look perfect for others. You know, it was all a bed of roses until one person, just one person commented that you look like a stick wrapped in a cloth. It just took that one comment for me to become unhappy, to judge myself, to cry for days, and to not use the internet. But I came back because all my happiness and my pleasure was coming from those likes, those comments, and of course what people perceived as to who I am. But this time when I came back, I had decided that I am going to delete my old account, create a new account, and have a different approach as to accepting those requests of people who I know. And then Instagram came into picture. I kind of did the same mistake all over again. I continued longing for those likes, those comments, those random proposals, which today I call them as the filtered life. I started to believe that only the people on the internet know who I truly am and they love me, they are attracted towards me, they have crush on me, etc. Because that was not really happening in my real life. So by the time I was 14, 15 or 15, 16, I started to have crush on people, I started dating, and during that time I used to send my pictures to them and ask them what did they like so I can post that picture on my account, and I was seeking for their validation and not my own. When I think of it, it's very overwhelming that I gave so much authority and so much power to so many people in my life except for myself. Until I was 18 years old, I thoroughly looked out for the filtered life. 6 years of my life, anywhere I went, my first question would be, would I have access to the internet? Wherever I went, I was on my phone. I was looking for taking pictures so I can post, taking pictures so I can edit it and please people and satisfy them, look pretty for them. So yeah, by this time I realized that I was still unhappy, I was still feeling alone. On one side, my family was annoyed with my behavior. They thought that I was being this teenage rebel, but it was just that It was a weird exposure with technology and internet and peer pressure and standards of beauty as such. And on the other side, I was struggling to understand myself, who I was, who I wanted to be. I settled for relationships those I knew I did not deserve, but I went ahead with it because it was cool to have a boyfriend, it was cool to have crushes, it was cool to be popular, and it was not cool to be anything otherwise. I wouldn't say that it was all bad as such, because I did get the opportunity to talk to many people, explore my personal style, explore my insecurities, sometimes even face them, right? As I grew older, I started speaking up for myself. But then when I reached the point as to why am I doing this? For whom am I doing this? And what's next? Am I going to continue doing this? I started to think, I started to ask so many questions. By this time I was 18 years old. And over a period of time, that's when I realized the underlying reasons as to why I was doing what I was doing. You know, being a girl, I was constantly taught about compromising and saying that your husband or your partner is the one who is going to decide for you. You do not have the authority of your life, and your comfort does not matter. It's important for you to please people because that's what you're going to do, right? Once you marry, you're going to have people in your houses. You need to look out for their validation, you need to please them, you need to be the greatest host of all. And last of all, I realized that being a girl, you cannot be ambitious, and if you are ambitious, you're going to be one of the many. I was stunned that every single action I did was a reflection of what actually society taught me, what exactly being a girl means, right? It's about beauty, it's about the clothes you wear, it's about whom you are going to marry, it's about being the best daughter, being the best student, it's about being the best wife. And it's never and never about being the best person, being the best individual, being able to speak up, having a voice of your own, having your own dreams, chasing them, choosing the partner you want to choose, living the life of your choice. It's never about that. And I was just doing what I was supposed to be doing. I realized that I started by selling my beauty. I started giving the power and authority of my life to people who I was dating or having crush on. And I chose to compromise my own comfort. And so I did what exactly the society expected me to do. But I also realized that this did not keep me happy. I was not happy. I felt alone. I felt like I was not being myself. You know the time when you constantly have contradicting points in your own head? That's exactly what I was feeling, right? I was wanting to do something, but someone else was asking me to do something else. Phew, that was a very difficult phase of my life, which was not easy to get out of, because sometimes I do that even today. But I had realized that I did not want to be just that. Beauty, the compromise, the validation did not actually keep me happy. I started to explore what is going to keep me happy, what is going to satisfy me, what is going to make me the person who I want to become. I knew I wanted more. I knew I was more. I needed to choose myself. I needed to love myself. I needed to take care of myself. Most of all, I needed to speak up for myself. Today, I'm almost 22 years old and I post pictures based on my likes, and I post content based on what I feel is important and what needs to be out there. Those likes and those comments don't bother me so much as it did in the past. I realized that your personality and your character outshines your beauty any freaking day. And finally, to all my little sisters out there, I understand society is difficult and they are constantly expecting something or the other from you. But if there's something you can invest your time on, I would strongly suggest you to choose yourself and not settle for the temporary pleasure you get from others and from outside. That pleasure is going to make you happy for maybe 5 minutes, 10 minutes, or until you put up your next post. If you choose to invest your time on building yourself up, your personality, your character, it's going to make you happy for a lifetime. Until then, be safe and be you. Bye.